Hey, welcome back to thedrinker.co.uk with me, Pete Turner, for another one of my seasonal supermarket roundups of all the supermarkets in the UK, the season being the winter of 2024 going into the spring of 2025. And in this vid, these are my 6 picks from Sainsbury's, the range at Sainsbury's. If you go to thedrinker.co.uk, click on your supermarket of choice, it'll bring up all my selections at all the different price ranges. But in these vids, none of the wines cost more than £10. So we know what Sainsbury's do. Lots of wines in the Taste the Difference range, which are pretty good across the board. One or two might be 50p a bottle, too expensive, but we know what we're getting at Sainsbury's. And there are two in this range that come from the Discovery collection, which is kind of a new range to Sainsbury's, which are smaller packages of wine, which are supposed to take us on a little bit of a journey, expose us maybe to new grape varieties. So we're going to start off with a wine from that Discovery collection. This is Castellao from Lisboa. It's £8. Lisboa in Portugal, loads and loads of really good wine coming out of Portugal now. Standards have gone through the roof. The prices are very affordable. Castellao is the grape variety. It's one of the grapes quite often used in port. And Lisboa is like halfway down the coastline of Portugal on the Atlantic there. So you get really nice cooling Atlantic breezes. Means your grapes ripen slower and you get more classy grapes, more high quality wine. And it's a lovely, oh wow, it's a really lovely, interesting nose to it. It's, I'm getting strawberry and raspberry, tinned strawberry and raspberry. And behind that, there is something I want to say almost like tobacco leaf. Herbal. There's something herbal in there. Strawberry and thyme. How about that? Mm, mm. And it's much lighter than I was expecting. Because it's one of the port grapes, I was expecting it to be black currant, black cherry, but it's very much more red fruit, strawberry, tinned strawberry, raspberry. That herbal note is still there. That tobacco is still there. There's some lovely savoury notes behind it. There's a tiny, tiny bit of tannin, which kind of brings it all together structurally. And I think for £8, I think it looks great. I think it's an interesting grape variety. It's an interesting part of the world. I think that's really, really good value. So there we go. So next up, this is from the Taste the Difference range. It's £9.50 and it is Saint-Chinian from the Languedoc in the south of France. Love Saint-Chinian. This is a blend of Syrah and Grenache, and this wine is made by the brilliant people at Laurent Miquel, who are really, really good winemakers. So what do you get for your £9.50? Well, yeah, different kettle of fish from the first one. So it really is the black fruit, black cherry, black currant, blackberry. Mm, mm. Oh, yeah, and again, it's big and punchy and powerful. First one was 13%, and this is 13.5%. Feels a little bit more powerful than that, but that's because it's got some really good tannic structure to it. Really good food wine. It's rosemary, it's blackberry, it's blackcurrant. It's really good, proper roast lamb wine. That so that's an excellent sort of winter spring wine at £9.50. That will do your roast lamb. No end of good. Super stuff. Okay, so moving along, we have Cote de Rhone Blanc. Lots and lots of really good white Cote de Rhone coming out now. Again, all the supermarkets seem to have them. And this is a blend of Grenache Blanc, Viognier, Marsanne, Roussanne, and Clairette. And it's bright and beautiful. And I'm getting peach and melon. Melon, really lovely melon note to it. Mmm. And it's slightly fuller bodied, slightly off dry. It doesn't say that on the label. It says 2 out of 10 for dryness, for sweetness. But it is a little bit on the off dry side, nowhere near medium, but certainly it's a little bit of sweetness there, and that provides some really good body in the mouth. Peach and melon, joined by a little bit of satsuma. It's a really, really well structured, well put together wine. And for £9, yeah, I'd buy that. Well, I did buy it. Here it is. Lovely, lovely stuff. Good stuff. One of the classic wine regions. So then we've got Muller Thurgau, £8.50. Muller Thurgau, this again is from the Discovery collection. Muller Thurgau is a relatively new grape variety, probably just over 150 years old. Quite often grown in Austria and Germany, and this one comes from Trentino in northern Italy, in the foothills of the Alps. So it's grown at altitude, long ripening time, but cooler because of the altitude. And it's got a really lovely floral white flowers nose to it. Really is a bit like stepping into a flower shop. And then behind that, there's something I want to say juicy and fruity, satsuma, mango. Not massively tropical, but there's certainly some of that lovely tropical fruit in there. And again, it's dry and easy and open and refreshing. It's beautifully structured, really lovely, refreshing wine. £8.50. That's a cracking little wine. You will see Muller Thurgau in all the supermarkets these days. Seems to be really popular. And why not? When it's made like that, that's really fabulous stuff. Okay, talking about classic grapes and classic grape varieties and classic growing regions. This is a Bordeaux Rosé. Bordeaux makes great red wines, obviously. Also makes some good fizz, some really lovely sweet wines, and obviously some lovely rosé. So this is £8.50. It's the Taste the Difference Bordeaux Rosé, and it is a Merlot based. And it's light and refreshing, and again, it's got a little hint of strawberry, a little hint of red currants and white pepper behind that. And again, it's the full ticket. Everything works well together. The fruit's there, the acidity's there, it's fresh, it's vibrant, it's mouth-watering. It's a beautiful wine. And it's made out of Merlot, but it doesn't have that kind of tannic nonsense going on that you would have expected. It's really well restrained and really light and really beautiful. A beautiful wine at £8.50. That's the Taste the Difference Bordeaux Rosé. Okay, and lastly, we have a Prosecco by Mondelli. It's called 789 Sette Otto Nove. If I've got my Italian right. It's 10.5%, which is what Prosecco really needs to be. And it's really beautiful, light peach skin, really beautiful, white stone fruit. Oh, and it opens out with some lovely melon and maybe even a touch of pineapple. It's really expressive for Prosecco at that price, $6.25. Really expressive, really lovely Prosecco. I think that it looks like a classy bottle. It doesn't look like a £6.25 bottle of Prosecco. It looks really classy. It's really good value for money. So there you go. That's my 6 picks from Sainsbury's for this season, the winter of 2024 going into the spring of 2025. Do get yourself into Sainsbury's because there's some interesting stuff. And check out their 25% deals when they have those on too. So there you go. I'm Pete. I'm on thedrinker.co.uk. Check out our socials. We're on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter at Drinker Site. So check that out. All my recommendations from all the other supermarkets, and every now and then some other drink stuff thrown in too. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your wine. Cheers.